Welcome back to Daytime Toronto. Now the lights go out, the wind is howling, the dog is barking, and everybody's panicking. And where do you turn? You turn to mom. So we've got the blogger and Multiple Mayhem Mamma spokesperson from Toronto Hydro, Samantha Kemp-Jackson, here with us today to get us in the right state of mind and prepared for the big disasters that can happen in our lives.
The big power outages. So as you know, Shannon, there's been a lot more severe weather incidents since lately, unfortunately, and sometimes the power goes out. And if you're a family, especially with small children, you want to make sure that you're prepared and that you have everything ready for you to go in case of a power outage.
I have to admit that I don't have any of this stuff. The playing cards, I check. Scissors, check. But a lot of this stuff, I don't even actually know what to do with it. So this is why you're the expert and why you're here to show us the ins and outs of how to be prepared for disasters.
Okay, so you don't have to have a large kit, you just have to make sure that you have the right things on hand, Shannon. So in your emergency preparedness kit at home, the first thing that I would recommend to do is have it in a place where everybody knows where it is. So, you know, both parents need to know where it is. The children, if they're old enough, need to know where it is so that if the lights do go out, you know where to go to. The first thing that we need to consider is supply. So we are human beings, we live on water, we're 85% water. We need to have water. So Toronto Hydro recommends that we have supplies good enough for 72 hours, which is 3 days, and that translates to 3 liters of water per person per day.
Okay.
So make sure that that's...
So that's about, what, three packs of 24 bottles of water? Or?
I guess. It depends on how many people you have in your family, but each person should have at least 3 liters of water per person per day.
Okay.
And that's based on an adult.
All right, and that can be in your storage downstairs.
That can be in your storage. So yeah, if you have a case of water, just make sure that you have one always on hand so that you know where to go to.
Okay.
As well, if the lights are out, it's hard to see.
Yes.
So make sure that, you know, you see I've got on the table there a flashlight, a battery-operated flashlight, and also candles and matches so that you're going to be able to light things up and see where you're going while you're kind of navigating through the dark. And this is something that people often don't remember, is that you always have to make sure that things are battery-operated, not reliant on electricity, because electricity is not going to work in a power outage, right?
It seems simple enough, but it is one of those things that you just might overlook.
You just automatically forget that, you know what, we're so reliant on things being automated that when it goes out, we're kind of left in the dark, literally and figuratively.
That's a good
one. Another thing as well, people forget, and I don't have examples here, but always remember to have small denominations of money, so $20, $5, $10, because if there's a power outage and you need to run out and get money, you can't go to the bank machine. The bank machines are down. They don't work. So make sure that you have a little bit of money on hand in case you're going to have to go to any kind of store.
Now, here are the snacks.
The snacks. So always make sure, so I've got some canned food there, I've got some non-perishable goods. It's important to have non-perishable food, so obviously not things that you would put in the fridge or freezer. And these things can keep for quite a long time, so just have them in your kit. And maybe you might want to look at your emergency preparedness kit once every 6 months or so, once every year, whenever you change your fire what is the fire?
The battery.
The fire battery.
Fire detector.
Yes, fire detector.
This is why I know you're a pro, though, because you've got a can opener to go along with the perishable foods, because that's something I would definitely overlook. Like, okay, I've got my cans, I'm all set, and then power goes out, and I'm like, how do I open this
How do you open it? Because, you know, we're so reliant on automated things, even electric can openers. So we get our non-perishable food, we're about to dig into our baked beans, and then we say, holy smokes, we don't have a can opener. So make sure you have any type of appliances that are not reliant on being plugged in.
Now, while you look at this stuff, you almost think, oh my God, that's so true. You got some Advil here, and you have a first aid kit as well too, because you might really need that.
You might need it. And the thing is that you know, if you're in the dark and you might have gotten hurt, you don't want to think that you will, but maybe you've fallen down, maybe you've stumbled, maybe you've hurt yourself. Make sure that you have, just a small emergency first aid kit. Any type of medications or prescriptions that you might have that you take on a regular basis, make sure that that's part of your kit as well. Another thing that we didn't address, and I think it's really important, is that there's a battery operated or car charger there on the table. That's really important because people want to use their cell phones.
Oh, yes.
And, if you don't have your cell phone charged, how are you going to use it? So if you have a car charger or a battery-operated cell phone charger, you can have your cell phone going.
You really do think of everything. So we've got, I think, about less than a minute left to go. Is there anything quickly we want to go over that we forgot to mention?
Make sure so that you have batteries on hand, because anything battery-operated. Make sure any children's supplies. So if you have small children, you'll see I have wipes on the table, formula, diapers, wipes, pull-ups. Those are the type of things that you can't run out to the store and get, or you might need right away. So make sure that those are in the kit as well.
Okay, fantastic. So all the stuff can fit in this bag. Is that what I'm believing?
This stuff does fit in the bag, but you can also have just a little, storage container that you can keep it in, a box in the basement or wherever, and just make sure that everybody knows where it is. And if anybody wants to get any kind of tips, they can go to torontohydro.com/safety, and it's got all of the tips and advice for you to go to.
Well, they have to go to you because I honestly am floored because it is just the common sense that you put into this, which is we often overlook, like you said, because we take it for advantage. So for more information, you've got to go to multiplemayhemmamma.com and, as she mentioned, torontohydro.com/safety. When we come back, a peek at African Fashion Week. In the meantime, make sure you guys are prepared and safe out there. I've learned from the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.